Welcome to the Cowboys versus Ninjas podcast. We're diving into some seriously addictive stories today, straight out of the world of flash fiction.
Yeah. Stories that pack a punch. Short, sweet, and full of action.
Exactly. We've got two wild narratives we want to unpack with you today.
The first one, it's all about this young ninja. He's got this unique fighting style, but his clan, well,
They're not exactly thrilled about it.
not even close. They think it's a straight-up curse, which is kind of wild when you think about it.
Then we've got story number two. Get this. A McNinja. Seriously, McNinja.
And he's got a serious love for cheeseburgers. He's also on a mission to clean up his city, but like in his own way, which is pretty entertaining, to say the least.
Oh, it's definitely unique.
Oh,
All right, so the books we're exploring today, they're flash fiction, which means we're getting these potent bursts of pure imagination. Our goal today, we're going to dig into the core of these stories, see what makes them tick, and maybe, just maybe, we'll uncover some hidden gems along the way.
absolutely. It's going to be a journey of twists and turns and hidden potential, and maybe even a few weaponized plants. Who knows?
Oh, you know there's going to be at least one weaponized plant. Let's kick things off with our first story, the Chameleon Fist. It features this young ninja, Hiro, who's got a pretty unique problem.
Yeah, Hiro's kind of in a tough spot. He can mimic any fighting style he sees, but his clan, they see it as a weakness, not a strength. It goes against their whole belief system, which is all about tradition and rigid forms. It's like they're so stuck in their ways that they're blind to the potential of something new.
And it's not like he's trying to disrespect them or anything. Hiro's genuinely drawn to these different styles. Like, he sees the water dancers from the coast, and he's mesmerized by their flow, their grace. And then there are the mountain tribes, those warriors with raw strength. He wants to learn from them all. But every time he tries to incorporate these elements into his training, the elders come down on him hard.
Oh, yeah. They say he's mocking the true forms, that he'll never achieve real mastery unless he sticks to their traditional ways.
Makes you think, though, right? What is mastery? Is it about blindly following the rules? Or is it about adapting, evolving? I mean, think about how many breakthroughs in history came from people who are willing to break the mold.
And this whole debate really comes to a head during this big tournament. The story even calls it a mockery of unity, which is pretty ironic. It's supposed to be a celebration of different fighting styles, but everyone's just focused on proving their clan is the best.
Yeah, they're all about upholding their traditions, even if it means missing out on something truly innovative.
So picture this. It's the night before Hiro's big fight against this massive opponent, this ox boy. Hiro can't sleep. But it's not just nerves, you know. He's got this urge, this burning need to move, to experiment. So he sneaks out into the forest.
Under the moonlight, he starts to piece things together.
And something clicks. Like, he's not just copying anymore. He's weaving these different styles into something totally new.
A style that's uniquely his own. It's kind of like those moments when you have a problem to solve, and the answer comes from combining ideas from completely different areas of your life. That's when the magic happens, you know?
And during the tournament, he puts it all into practice. He faces off against this lightning-fast archer, and he doesn't just mimic the archer's stance. It's like he can predict the arrow's flight. He's moving with it, using its energy to create an opening. It's incredible. And then comes the fight with the ox boy. And Hiro unleashes this fluid, almost unpredictable style that's got everyone on the edge of their seats.
I mean, the way the story describes it, he's got this mountain-like strength to absorb blows, and then bam, he's shifting into these quick, evasive movements like a snake. He's using the ox boy's own momentum against him, seizing limbs, finding those weak points. It's adaptability at its finest. Like, imagine being able to shift gears like that in any situation, not just fight it. It'd be so valuable.
The crowd's going wild, right? They've never seen anything like it. But his own clan, they're fuming.
Yeah, they see it as a betrayal. They say he's dishonoring their ancestors by using this patchwork of stolen techniques. They're so focused on the rules that they can't even see the genius of what he's doing. They end up disqualifying him from the tournament.
But here's the thing. The other clans, they're watching with a different look in their eyes. It's not rage. It's more like curiosity. Like, they're seeing the potential of what Hiro's doing.
That's a really important point. Sometimes the biggest resistance to change comes from inside the system, the people on the outside. They might be more open to new possibilities.
And later that night, instead of facing punishment from his clan, Hiro gets a visit from this group of warriors. They're decked out in all sorts of unique gear, and their leader is this woman with a scarred face.
That scar, man, it tells a story. It says, I've been through it all. I've challenged the norms. I've learned from every fight. You know, she doesn't see Hiro's adaptability as a weakness. She sees it as a gift, a dangerous gift.
Right, and she's not alone. She tells Hiro they're all mimics, shifters. They've all been rejected by their clans for the same reason, but they've found strength in their differences. And they offer Hiro a chance to join them, to train with them.
And this isn't just any training. They're not just teaching him more techniques. They're teaching him how to break down the walls between those techniques to create a style that's truly his own. It's about going beyond imitation and becoming a true innovator.
Hiro trains with them for years, honing his skills, pushing his boundaries. He becomes known as the Chameleon Fist. He's so unpredictable, so adaptable that no one can figure him out.
And it's not about winning anymore. His goal has shifted. It's about using his skills to bring unity to this world of fractured ninja clans. Like, his personal growth has led him to a bigger purpose.
He returns to the tournament, but this time he's not fighting for a clan. He's a lone wolf, and everyone is watching him, wondering what he'll do. He fights his way to the final round, and guess who he ends up facing?
The champion from his own clan. This guy's the epitome of tradition, all rigid and perfect. It's the ultimate showdown between the old and the new.
And it's a fight unlike anything anyone's ever seen. Hiro's not just mimicking his opponent, he's reflecting the opponent's style in a way that reveals its flaws. It's like he's holding up a mirror saying, look, this is what happens when you refuse to adapt.
Even the ox boy is shaken. He sees his own strength being used against him, and he doesn't know how to react. It's like that saying, the best way to beat your enemy is to know them better than they know themselves.
And then Hiro does something that blows everyone's mind. He doesn't go for the win. He intentionally aims for a draw.
The crowd's going nuts. A draw.
Yeah.
It's like they can't even fathom the idea of a fight without a clear winner. But Hiro's got a point. He says, if I won't break my style, and he cannot shift, we will fight forever.
And it's that statement, that challenge to the way things have always been done, that starts to shift the whole tournament. An elder from another clan steps forward. He says, he's right. We cling to the past until it strangles us.
It's like a light bulb goes off. Suddenly, other people start to see things differently. The rigid fighters start sparring with the mimics, trying to understand each other's strengths. It's this amazing moment of connection and growth. And it all started because Hiro dared to question the status quo.
He doesn't feel victorious, though. The story says he feels this strange, sweet ache. He knows there's still a long way to go, but he's planted a seed, and it's starting to grow.
The woman with the scarred face puts it perfectly. She tells him he started a war of a different kind, little chameleon, the best kind.
It's such a powerful image. Hiro started out as this weapon, but now he's become something more. He's the thread that might just stitch this broken world back together, not by force, but by showing them that their differences are actually their strengths. Now, let's switch gears completely and meet our McNinja. You ready for this?
Oh yeah, buckle up. This one's a wild ride. Our hero is Kaizo, the infamous McNinja of Montreal. And right off the bat, we know this is no ordinary ninja.
This dude loves his cheeseburgers. Maybe a little too much. The story describes his physique as, well, not exactly sleek.
Yeah, he's got a slightly bulging physique, shall we say. Not your typical image of a ninja, but hey, who are we to judge? A ninja's gotta eat, right?
We find him in a classic ninja setting. A dark alleyway, graffiti everywhere, very atmospheric, But his mission, pure ninja, he's out to take down this criminal organization that's got its claws sunk deep into a city. And his current target, Pierre the Pretzel Dubois.
The croissant smuggling kingpin. Even the names in this story are just gold.
And hold on, you're not going to believe this. His weapon of choice, the Mobile Shrubbery 9000.
You can't make this stuff up. It's basically this giant potted plant on wheels, but it's tricked out with all sorts of crazy ninja gadgets. And apparently, it's the stuff of nightmares for even the toughest criminals.
And we get to see it in action right away. Kaizo bursts through the pretzel's penthouse window, and the shrubbery goes to work. Maple leaves, razor sharp, fly out like shurikens, pinning the henchman to the wall.
And it's not just leaves. This thing's got a hose that sprays this cheesy goo all over the place. The henchmen are slipping and sliding, crashing into porcelain flamingos. It's pure chaos and hilarious.
Meanwhile, the pretzel's standing there in his silk pajamas, looking completely bewildered. He tries to fight back with his antique blunderbuss, but
It's no match for the Mobile Shrubbery 9000.
Kaizo uses the shrubbery to launch a net, capturing the pretzel. But the best part, a hidden compartment pops open and outpours an army of squirrels.
Seriously, squirrels. They swarm the pretzel, knocking over trays of croissants. It's like a scene out of a cartoon.
And Kaizo delivers this epic line. He says, "Behold, The fury of nature. Plus, they were kind of hungry.
Classic McNinja. Always thinking about those snacks, even in the middle of a mission.
Oh, and I almost forgot. He also manages to rescue a stolen shipment of poutine. Gotta keep those Montreal traditions alive, right?
Priorities. But the escape, not quite as graceful. He trips over the shrubbery and ends up face first in a dumpster.
It's the perfect ending. He might be a ninja mastermind, but he's still got that clumsiness that keeps him relatable.
And that final detail. The smell of discarded cheeseburgers wafting up from the dumpster. Just perfect.
So we've got Hiro finding unity and forging a new path, and Kaizo fighting crime with a weaponized shrubbery and an army of hungry squirrels. Two completely different approaches, but both incredibly entertaining.
It makes you think about how we solve problems in our own lives. Are we like Hiro, looking for connections, blending ideas? Or are we more like Kaizo, embracing the unconventional, finding those unexpected solutions?
And what about that whole idea of tradition versus innovation? Hiro shows us that sometimes breaking away from the old ways is the only way to move forward. It's about finding that balance, respecting the past, but also embracing the future.
And hey, maybe we all need a little mobile shrubbery 9000 in our lives. You know, it's something that seems totally out there, but actually turns out to be the perfect tool for the job.
Flash fiction might be short, but it's packed with big ideas. We hope you enjoyed this dive into the world of ninjas, cheeseburgers, and weaponized plants.
There are so many more stories out there, blending the familiar with the fantastical. Keep exploring, keep those imaginations fired up, and we'll catch you on the next episode of the Cowboys vs. Ninjas podcast. Don't forget to rate and follow for more tales of epic adventure.